A very good evening and a warm welcome to this week's last edition of Primetime News. I'm Salima Shimwe-Feleni. Leading our news bulletin tonight, Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, said the current unrest in neighboring South Africa may pose a threat to the seamless supply of oxygen to Namibia, as the country's oxygen is currently being procured from South Africa and brought into Namibia by trucks.
South Africa has been characterized by unrest and violence, with angry protesters looting and burning properties including trucks. About 72 people had reportedly lost their lives as a result of the violence by Wednesday. Shangula, during the 31st COVID-19 public briefing on Thursday, noted that government has taken a deliberate step to improve the supply and availability of life-saving oxygen to health facilities across the country, following a shortage that arose in June 2021 amid rising cases of COVID-19 infections.
Oxygen supply to the hospitals has been addressed to a large extent. The oxygen is being procured from South Africa and brought into Namibia by trucks. The current event in South Africa is a matter of concern and may pose a threat to the seamless supply of oxygen to Namibia. We believe that we will not reach that stage.
Shangula highlighted that a 20-ton bulk oxygen tank was installed to provide oxygen to the 74-bed respiratory unit at Katutura Hospital, where COVID-19 patients are admitted. The tank is being filled every week courtesy of donations by the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, while the existing bulk oxygen tanks at Tsumeb and Walvis Bay State Hospitals, with a capacity of 6.5 tons each, will also be filled as required.
The Namibian police force NAMPOL on Thursday destroyed illicit drugs worth more than 9.7 million Namibian dollars at the NAMPOL Forensic Science Institute.
In a media statement issued on Monday, NAMPOL said the types of drugs destroyed are cannabis, cocaine powder, crack cocaine, heroin, mandrax tablets, methamphetamine, and methcathinone. All the cases involving the destroyed drugs were finalized by the courts and are from the period 2015 to 2020. In an interview with NAMPOL on Thursday, NAMPOL spokesperson Deputy Commissioner Kauna Shikwambi said this depicts that the Namibian police force has been hard at work, making sure that arrests, investigations and detentions take their course. We will continue in our quest to root out drugs and drug dealers in this country. The destruction of so much substance today must also serve as a deterrence to would-be drug criminals, so much that when we arrest them and confiscate those illegal substances, all their energy to smuggle drugs into the country, as well as money spent to illegally acquire these drugs, goes to waste and they will rot in jail. She added that NAMPOL will not relent but will continue to fight. She added that NAMPOL will not relent but will continue the fight to save Namibian children's futures by rooting out drugs.
President of the Namibia National Students Organization, NANSO, Simon Tapopi, said the decision to increase admission points to some institutions of higher learning should be reserved because it will put more young people on the streets.
Tapopi said this in an interview with NAMPA on Wednesday, reacting to a recent announcement by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture that admission requirements for some tertiary institutions will increase as of the 2022 academic year under the revised curriculum. The notable one is the University of Namibia, UNAM, which has increased its points from 25 to 27, in the best 5 subjects of which 2 should be on Namibian Senior Secondary Certificate Advanced Subsidiary level, with a C grade or higher in English, or 27 points in 5 subjects, of which 3 should be on Namibia's Senior Secondary Certificate Ordinary level, and a C or higher grade in English on the UNAM scale, for a degree program. Tapopi said the NANSO leadership is dismayed by the decision, considering the current situation of COVID-19 that has been interrupting the school calendar and forced government to close schools. While some schools resorted to online learning, those who could not afford online learning have been left behind. He said NANSO will engage all stakeholders in the education sector because there is already a problem of some universities that rejected learners who left school in grade 11 under the new curriculum. Approached for comment, Deputy Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, Faustina Kelly, said the ministry does not want to preempt anything by assuming that because of COVID-19, grade 12 learners will not do well, as they surprisingly did well in 2020 examinations under similar conditions compared to the previous year.
A 36-year-old man was arrested in Rundu on Thursday after he allegedly stole building materials worth more than 1.4 million Namibian dollars from his employer, Helmsman Group Holdings.
Namibian Police Force Crime Investigations Coordinator in the Kavango East region, Bonifacius Kanietu, told Nampa Thursday it is alleged that the suspect also used company machinery without the owner's consent during February and March this year in the Divundu area. The stolen building materials include super bricks, concrete mixture stones, cement pockets, steel mesh wire, pieces of angle iron, loads of sand as well as company fuel and lubricants. He said the police recovered the concrete mixture stones, super bricks, sand and cement. The suspect is expected to appear in the Rundu Magistrates Court on Friday while police investigation into the matter continues.
Stand by for your top roundup.
Welcome wherever you are on Planet Football.
You can go anywhere in the world, but nobody feels football like we do.
And they sing, they dare to sing.
It's a rhythm.
1-2.
1-2. Football.
La football.
Soccer.
1-2.
That moves us.
Salah to settle it. There's no feeling like that feeling.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
Nothing compares to DSTV's unbeatable football offering. So stay connected to watch the best football on the planet.
Welcome back, and now a look into the world of business and economics news. United Nations Resident Coordinator in Namibia, Sen Pang, has said the African Continental Free Trade Area is committed to an all-inclusive development process to ensure that women, youth, and small and medium-sized enterprises are part of its implementation.
Pang made the remarks during a virtual meeting of the Namibia AFCFTA National Consultation on Women in Trade. He said the implementation will also include integrating informal businesses into the formal economy, which was prompted by the need to develop the Protocol on Women in Trade by the AFCFTA Secretariat, a decision that was taken at the extraordinary summit of the Head of State and Government of the African Union in December 2020. Governments and women organizations are leading on these national consultations to support the generation of evidence in all program countries. Further, UN Women is also leading the organization of a series of workshops at regional level and conducting an online survey to maximize the outreach to women to better understand their needs and priorities and subsequently generate the relevant evidence that will feed into the development of the AFCFTA Protocol on Women in Trade, said Pang. He added that the UN Economic Commission for Africa is working with member states to develop national strategies to support their AFCFTA implementation readiness, which is also underway in Namibia.
The Namibia University of Science and Technology, NUST, in partnership with Mobile Telecommunications Limited, MTC, on Thursday inaugurated a new high-technology transfer Plaza Select building aimed at fostering an immersive engagement in physical and virtual space for open accelerated innovation.
Speaking during a virtual broadcast, NUST Vice-Chancellor Dr. Errold Naumab said fostering immersive engagement in physical space for open accelerated innovation is vital for local and regional impact and moreover for global recognition. It is noteworthy that technology transfers usually happens on a smaller sporadic scale with isolated technology transfer or research and innovation offices in universities or the industry. However, what is distinctively different about the High Technology Transfer Plaza Select is the size, the intensity, and scale at which technology transfer will happen, he said. He added that the NUST MTC partnership of $51 million will support 13 research projects under an existing 5-year memorandum of understanding between the parties. On his spot, MTC Managing Director Licky Erastus said they view this partnership as a necessary platform to bring the dream of equal opportunities for all closer. This means taking deliberate actions to create value for all our stakeholders, while at the same time through other MTC-related projects such as the 081 Everyone and Rural LTE mobile rollout, we are creating a bridge by which marginalized Namibian communities across the breadth and depth of our beloved nation will be 100% connected and participate meaningfully in the information age, he said. He further noted that the High Technology Transfer Plaza Select will be the official home of MTC's digitalization team. In addition, the center will also house incubator initiatives that until now have been scattered around Namibia.
It's time for the Business and Economics Roundup, followed by a trip to the marketplace.
We were born for this moment. For every rise, every fall, to make the impossible possible. To create moments that inspire and live the thrill of excellence.
On the grandest stage of all.
Forget the past, for the future awaits. This is that moment we've all been waiting for pride, for country, for you.
Brilliant performance that was.
The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. It's go time on GoTV. Love it.
Welcome back. In your sports update tonight, we begin at State House, where President Dr. Hage Geingob today sent off Namibian athletes who will compete in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in Japan.
President Dr. Hage Geingob has called on Namibian athletes to be respectful to their coaches, as well as be good ambassadors while competing at the rescheduled Olympic and Paralympic Games. The Olympic Games are scheduled for 23 July to 8 August, while the Paralympic Games will start from 24 August to 5 September 2021. During the sending-off ceremony today, Geingob said it's not easy for athletes to qualify for the Olympics and Paralympics during these difficult times. Therefore, athletes should just do their best while flying the national flag with pride at the Games. The head of state also told the athletes to give it their all during the competition, despite the circumstances they will find themselves in. Speaking at the same occasion, Desiree Matthias, the advisor on youth matters and enterprise development, told athletes that the Namibian government is proud of them and they should continue working hard as government continues to work towards professionalizing sports.
Namibia national women's coach Ervin Handura says the team will aim to finish in the top 3 at the 2022 Indoor Hockey World Cup, scheduled to take place from the 2nd to the 6th of February 2022 in Liège, Belgium.
This will be the 6th edition of the tournament, and Namibia has qualified for the last 2 successive competitions. Speaking during a courtesy call to main sponsor Mobile Telecommunications Limited MTC, where they presented their Indo Africa Hockey Cup, which they won in South Africa in April, Andura said the team has the potential to do better than during their previous participation.
Where last time we played 6 games, we've won 2, drawn 2 and lost 2. So now this time around, we are going for the top honors. We are not going, last time we aimed to finish in the top 8, we finished 9th, but now we want to go out there and really try to finish in the top 3. Because top 3 means we can also end up in the top 6. It qualifies automatic qualification to the next World Cup already.
National team captain Margaret Mengo thanked the government and various sponsors, saying their support has made it possible for the team to achieve their success.
And now we're going to connect with the rest of the world at the World Cup. So we're really grateful for your support and for believing in us as players and for really working the journey with us, because this is quite something that we're passionate about and that we really want to go out there and perform at the World Cup, at the world stage. I mean, we've proven it in the previous World Cup, and we're going to do much better when we are, because right now we're ranked number 9th in the world.
The 12 teams that qualified will be divided into 2 pools. These are Australia, Austria, Belarus, Belgium, the Czech Republic, Germany, Kazakhstan, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Ukraine, the United States, and Namibia. The top 2 in each pool qualify for the 1st to the 4th classification, while 3rd and 4th qualify for the 5th to 8th classification. The last 2 teams will play for the last 4 placing.
Your sports roundup is up next.
Getting GoTV was the best decision James has ever made. See, James has always watched football wherever he can. Sometimes it got awkward. It was never really comfortable. And finding a good place to watch became more and more difficult, not to mention costly. Traveling for his games took its toll on James until he discovered something big. Now that James has GoTV, he can finally enjoy the perks of home ground advantage. Good for you, James. Get home ground advantage with GoTV. With superstar players competing in the world's biggest leagues and cup competitions, you'll be spoiled for football choice. So get and stay connected to GoTV for the best football season yet. GoTV. Love it.
That's all the news we had for you tonight. Many thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and click on the notifications bell to stay up to date with the latest happenings locally and globally. From myself, Salima Shumwe-Feleni, and the entire Nampa crew, it's good night.